California Governor Gavin Newsom is in New Hampshire. He's campaigning for President Biden right now. But many voters are saying they'd rather see someone like Newsom at the top of the ticket. WBZ's Louisa Moller is live on the campaign trail. She joins us now. And Louisa, I know you just spoke with Governor Newsom.
Yeah, Lisa, while some Democrats have signaled or flat out called for President Biden to step aside, Governor Newsom, once again, right here, said he maintains his staunch support for the president. He dismissed any questions about the president's health, says he has full confidence in his cognitive and physical abilities, but he is concerned about Donald Trump's record and his fitness for office. As you said, of course, Gavin Newsom's name has been tossed around as a possible alternative to a Biden candidacy and potentially a top 2028 contender. So I asked him, what if the Democratic National Convention in August is a brokered convention? Here's what he said.
I think that's a legitimate question, and I respect it. But it's also exactly the question that Donald Trump is hoping everyone asks as he's out on the golf course. So to me, that is not a question I'm going to respond to, because Joe Biden is our nominee. He's our president. He's not the presumptive nominee. He's going to be our nominee, and I look forward to voting for him and not just advocating for him on November 5th.
Now, at the same time of this, a post-debate poll conducted by St. Anselm's here in New Hampshire found that New Hampshire voters are swinging in the direction of Donald Trump. So today we took the temperature of voters and asked them how they feel about the state of the race. As sure as scrambled eggs and pancakes hot off the griddle, politics are served up at the Dairy Diner.
We need Trump back in office.
And right now, they come with a side of uncertainty.
I'm feeling that this race is just dividing the entire country, and it's a pretty sad thing.
For months, President Joe Biden has held a roughly 10-point lead over former President Donald Trump among New Hampshire voters. But a new poll by St. Anselm College conducted after Mr. Biden's stumbling debate has the Granite State swinging. Trump leading with 44% support to Biden's 42%, which is within the margin of error.
The good news for Democrats is that on the generic ballot, where you say, do you prefer a Democrat or Republican, Democrats still hold a 3-point lead. But that also does show how weak the candidate himself, Joe Biden, is in a state like New Hampshire.
We took the temperature of voters in Derry, won by Trump in 2020 by roughly 800 votes.
When Trump was president, I was doing a lot better than I am now. I find myself cutting corners everywhere to try and save a couple of dollars.
And in Manchester, won by Biden last cycle at a political hotspot, Red Arrow Diner.
I know what he stands for, democracy, and I'd like to keep him right where he is.
Voters are also digesting calls by some Democrats for President Biden to step aside.
What do you say to those people who are concerned?
Well, they have a reason to be concerned, but I think he would still be a good president for 4 more years.
One of the most fervent calls coming from Massachusetts Congressman Seth Moulton.
But what I'm imploring the president to do is just think yourself, Mr. President, about what's best for America, because this is not about you. It's about our country.
Now, in 2020, President Biden took New Hampshire by roughly 7%, snagging the state's 4 electoral votes. They're just 4 votes, but they could be critical this coming November general election. Live in Hooksett, New Hampshire, Louisa Moller, WBZ News.
No question, Louisa, thank you.